Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics Step by Step. I am Ying. So today we will learn to determine and justify the validity of a deductive argument and hence determine whether the valid argument is sound, okay? So let's look at this table. It shows the three forms of a deductive argument, okay? So this is form 1. Let's look at premise 1 first, okay? All A are B. Then premise 2, C is A. Conclusion, C is B, okay? This is form 1. Then form 2, if P then Q. Premise 2, P is true, then Q is true. Then this is form 3, okay? So I believe you don't quite understand what am I talking about. Later on, we'll look at more examples so that you can understand, okay? But in conclusion, if a deductive is in either of these three forms, then we can say that the deductive argument is a valid argument. Okay? Then a deductive argument is said to be sound. Okay? I believe here is a little mistake. Okay? It's said to be sound if all premises and the conclusion are true. So let's look at this example. All actresses are good at dancing. Okay, based on this premise 1, we know that this argument should belongs to form 1, right? Let's check premise 2, okay? Jasmine is an actress. Then conclusion, Jasmine is good at dancing, okay? So when you compare this argument with form 1, you can see that they are similar, okay? So we can say that the above argument is a valid argument. Although we know that premise 1 is false, but this argument is still valid because the argument fulfills form 1, okay? Like what I said, as long as the argument belongs to any of the three forms, then it is a valid argument, okay? But the argument above is unsound because premise 1 is false. So whether the argument is sound or not, it depends on the truth value of the premise and conclusion. Okay? So that's why I said this sentence here there's a little mistake. Okay? So now let's go through this mind stimulation 6 together. Premise 1, all actresses are good at dancing. So we can see that this premise we can write in general, all A are B. Okay? Then premise 2, Jasmine is good at dancing. So C is B. Okay? Because this is a new thing, so we let it be C. Okay? Then this part is the end part of the premise 1. So this is B. But then we can see if we compare to the form 1 that we have learned just now, this is not in form 1 also. So the above argument is not valid, okay? Because it does not comply with any of the three forms of a valid deductive argument. So the validity of an argument determined based on the forms of the argument and not based on the truth of the premises or the conclusion. The truth of the premise or the conclusion determine whether the argument is sound or unsound, okay? So I hope now you have learned something new, okay? Let's go through this example 17 together. Are the following arguments valid and sound? If not, justify your answer. So let's go through this part A together. All multiples of 16 are even numbers. 64 is a multiple of 16. 64 is an even number. This is in form 1. Okay, so it is valid and all the premises and also the conclusion are true, so it is sound. Okay, then B, all basketballs are in spherical shape. The earth is in spherical shape, so this is not in form 1. Okay, like what we have discussed in the mind stimulation above. Okay, so this is not valid because it does not comply with a valid form of a deductive argument. Then conclusion, the earth is a basketball. This is also false, okay? So it is unsound. or you can write not sound, okay? Then C, if W is less than 9, then W is less than 19. 4 is less than 9. So 4 is less than 19. This is in form 2, okay? So this is valid. And all these are true. So this is sound. Then D, if A not equals to 0, then ax power n plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression. A not equals to 0. This is not in either of the form, although it looks a bit like form 3, okay? But it is not. If it is form 3, right, it should be ax power n plus bx plus c is not a quadratic expression, okay? So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can refer to the beginning of this video again, okay? So this is not, okay, then a not equals to 0. Axn plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression, okay? This is a valid form, okay? This is in form 2. Then it is not sound because premise 1 and conclusion are not true. If it is a quadratic expression, right, this should be equals to 2, not equals to n, okay? So this we have learned it in chapter 1. So I hope you still remember. Then let's go through this E together. If k is divisible by 8, then k is divisible by 4. Then premise 2, 12 is not divisible by 8. So 12 is not divisible by 4. This is not valid because it is not in either of the 3 forms, okay? Although it looks a bit like form 3, but it is not, okay? So not valid because it does not comply with a valid form of a deductive argument. Then it is also not sound because the conclusion made is false, okay? 12 is actually divisible by 4. Then F, if k is an even number, then k plus 1 is an odd number. 8 plus 1 is an odd number. 8 is an even number. Again, this is not in either of the 3 forms, so it is not valid, okay? Because it does not comply with a valid form of deductive argument. But it is sound, okay? Because all the premises and the conclusion made is true, okay? So we have reached the homework, okay? So go back, you'll do this self-practice 3.2b, okay? So that you can master all the knowledge that you have learned today. And again, if you're having a lot of difficulty in completing your homework, I've prepared an online course, okay? It is a step-by-step guideline in helping you guys to complete your homework, okay? Including the comprehensive practice at the back of each chapter, okay? I've prepared a step-by-step solution for that. So coming next, we'll learn to form a valid deductive argument for a situation, okay? So do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you do not miss out any of my upcoming videos, okay? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.